Hi guys, Mike back again with a video response to Martin McNeil's 1000 sub competition. So, I mean, firstly, before I sort of start, I'd like to congratulate Martin, who has he's reached 1000 subscribers in about a year. So that's no mean feat. To be fair, that's really good going, and well deserved, and long may it continue. Those of you that don't know Martin, although I'm sure you know the majority of you do, he has got a YouTube channel called Wargames, which ties in with the shop. He's going to be opening kind of back end of this year, September, October, November time, I think, up in Southport, which is in the north of England. So he's going to be have a bricks and mortar store and an online presence as well, where you'll be able to purchase all of your hobby related goodness. So yeah, really excited for him. He's recently done a Kickstarter campaign to raise some funds to stock the shop, which was successful, so that's really good. He was offering lots of incentives to kind of pledge and back his dream, basically. So I backed the Kickstarter, and I basically end up getting money off, extra money off. I mean, he's going to do the 10% discount, which is again fairly standard across your Whaling games and your Firestorm games, places like that. But being a Kickstarter backer allowed me then to get an additional discount on top of that 10% discount. So when the shop opens, I'll be taking advantage of that. And in fairness, I already have taken advantage of that. I mean, if you can see back behind my shoulder over there, where are we? Over there. We've got Alien vs Predator up there next to the slave one. Yeah, Martin got some of those from Prodos Games Direct, and I was able to utilise my Kickstarter discount already. So that was really cool. And yeah, so there we go. So that's Martin, and basically he is, to celebrate his 1000 subscriber, he is kind of running a competition to for people to say what they love about the hobby, why they're into the hobby, why they like it, why they love it, why they're into it, what it does for them. And I think it's nice to have a kind of positive spin on things, because there's been some sort of dissent in the tabletop wargaming community, I think, and people get grief. Once you hit a certain number of subscribers on YouTube, and you become a bit more recognised, and you pop up on stuff when people search for things. More people click on you, more people watch your videos, and with that comes grief and comes I don't know, bizarre comments. But yeah, I mean, so, and there's been some dissent, and there's been some negativity, I think. And to counteract the negativity, we want to talk about what we love about the hobby. And so this is what this video is all about, basically. And it's fairly basic for me, really. I mean, I've got obviously I've got a wife and child, and another child on the way, actually. My wife's pregnant, and she's going to be giving birth December, nearly Christmas. It's due for sort of Christmas time this year. So that's exciting times in our house. But so yeah, I've got a family, and I work really hard, as we all do. But I think when I'm not working and I'm not spending time with my family, I like the escape. I like to be able to come into my office, into my games room. I've shown you that several times, I think. But just to kind of just have your own time. And I spoke to my wife about this, and I think it's a bloke thing, where blokes need to have their kind of own area, whether it be an office / games room, whether it be a shed at the bottom of the garden, whether it's an allotment, whether it's the golf course, whether it's whatever it might be. And I think that's probably particular to blokes, and I'm sure some women do as well. But this is kind of my space in the house where it's only. I mean, I'm really lucky actually. I mean, you know, I do appreciate that. You know, this room is completely dedicated to me. It hasn't got anyone else's stuff in it at all. I mean, there's some pictures of my daughter's drawn on the walls up there, but no one keeps anything in here. Nothing lives in this room unless it's my work, proper job related stuff, which is my kind of home office as well, or it's my hobby related stuff. So again, I really you know, am appreciative of being able to have this space, but I do like I like being able to kind of retire to my office. You know, if my wife's gone to bed early, or she's doing something else, or my daughter's in school or out with her friends, or you know, my wife and daughter go out, you know, have girly days out and stuff, you know, you know, and you know, I can come and retire to the games room and sort of do some hobby related activity. So I like, and I think that, like I said, I think that's like a man's mindset, to have that space, to have that kind of, I don't know, that freedom almost, being able to, I don't know, be on your own or be with your mates to kind of do something hobby related, whatever that hobby might be. So I mean, obviously we're looking at the hobby of gaming, you know, war games, tabletop gaming, board gaming, that kind of stuff. I mean, and I think another reason why I love this hobby is just the I mean, certainly the collecting side of things. I love the collecting side of things. I love the creation of my army. And again, I've been through sort of, I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th Blood Angels Codex now, where I've been building up my army over time, and it's knocking on the door of 20,000 points. It was more than 20,000 points, but then they brought the new codex out and everything dropped in points, so I've repointed everything, and it's about 19,000 points now. Yeah, I've got, again, I think it's a sickness, it's an illness, it's a sickness, I'm sure, but this kind of completionist attitude or mindset in my head, and if I've bought one thing, I've got to buy the rest. I've got this real problem, I know I have. But you know, as we've said before, I can stop anytime I want. It's that kind of thing. I can't really stop, and I don't want to stop. You can't make me stop. Anyway, no, that's on to something else. So yeah, that kind of collection thing, of you know, of being able to kind of read through the codex and create an army that you want to create, and having the squads all kind of lined up in the cabinets, and your vehicles, and your different sections of your HQs and your elites and your troop sections, etc. I really like that collecting side of things. I like going to choose what I'm buying. I like going down to Firestorm Games. You know, it's obviously bricks and mortar store, which is quite sizable now, and you can spend a good hour or so just sort of wandering the shelves, just looking. I really enjoy just going down and having a look, and then deciding what I'm going to buy, and I'm trying to kind of rein it back a little bit and paint what I've got, rather than just buying stuff and having piles of stuff that remains sat there unbuilt and unpainted. So I'm really trying to be mindful to build what I've got, or build and paint what I've got. So that's kind of my little challenge in my head. Whether I'm successful or not, I'm not sure. So yeah, I mean, the kind of the way it relaxes you, the way it's kind of, it can be solitary, or you know, in a kind of, you know, group setting as well, where you can kind of just go off and listen to some music or watch a film you've seen 1,000 times and do some painting, or you know, like Warhammer Mania. And again, there'll be videos on Martin's channel about that, about a group of guys getting together, you know, just meeting up and just getting to know each other, you know, and playing the game and helping each other and looking at each other's armies. It was just really good, where you can, you know, so you've got that kind of dual aspect of it. So there's that, and the collecting, like I said, and then the variety of things that you can do in this hobby. It's I mean, obviously 40k Blood Angels, particularly, as you all know, is extremely sort of close to my heart, and I mean, I can't see a time where it would ever stop, and I can't see a time where I would ever sell or get rid of my Blood Angels. It's you know, they've been with me for such a long time, and I really enjoy them. But you know, we all kind of get a bit fed up about what we're painting, and I'll go through fits and starts. I mean, Warhammer Mania really did reinvigorate my want to paint more Space Marines and 40k stuff, and I'll be doing some more of that next. But I mean, those of you that have seen my previous vids will have seen the Cerastus Knight Lancer, which I'm really happy with. Actually, came out really nicely. So so yeah, we got kind of like the GW stuff and the Forge World stuff, and then that kind of expands. I mean, I'm really into board games. I like playing board games again, whether it be kind of solo stuff or with mates who play the games. And again, with that completionist kind of collecting stuff, with kind of particular Lego sets that I like, and just looking around the room. I mean, certainly Star Wars. I mean, you know, with the big Death Star and the Slave One, got Imperial Star Destroyer and the Millennium Falcon. You know, sort of the larger one. Got the Batman's tumbler up on the wall up there. But yeah, just that kind of that hobby aspect. So, and I think it's really about building stuff. And then of course we've got the Victory behind me there. Just making something, creating something from nothing really. And again, I understand with the Games Workshop stuff. Obviously the parts and pieces are there molded for you to use, but you can, that customization of it, making it your own. You know, putting your kind of slant on it and style on it. And adding bits or taking bits away, and kit bashing, and you know, no one army, you know, potentially would look the same, because you put your own little spin on it, and you know, you sort of put your kind of character into it, and the sort of things you like, and the kind of poses and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, yeah, it's a real kind of labour of love about kind of collecting and creating. And sort of, yeah, just relaxing and chilling out, and you know, kind of making it your own, and that's really why I like this hobby. I mean, I've rambled on now for getting on for 13 minutes, so I'm going to stop it there. I'm not really sure if I've answered the question or not, but yes, that's why I love this hobby. So there we go. Congratulations, Martin, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.